Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out, Mike Giver, 1 foul. Tell her it's 1 now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a 3-time Pro Bowler, Derek Carr, leading the Oakland Raiders as they take on Phillip Rivers and the LA Chargers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Well, after 3 years as the home of the Chargers, it is most likely the final regular season home game at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplating maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league were with San Francisco as a 49er. He can play left or right tackle.
Carr completes it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40. Play action. Now it's Carr. Going to look deep for Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Martin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. But Martin now in his second season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. So back-to-back incompletion. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Chargers under third-year coach Anthony Lynn. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you? Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And that'll be incomplete.
Defense.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
If you're going to talk about great players with the Chargers, you have to include their center, Mike Pouncey, a 4-time Pro Bowler. He and his brother Marquise with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were the Pro Bowl centers for the AFC in 2018.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 7 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Bring it. Bring it.
Rivers to throw it. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
13 yards on the play. You got 4. That's another Chargers.
Rivers out quickly here to Allen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? That does. But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on 3rd down. Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing Rivers, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dylan Cantrell, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And a completion to Wilson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 10-7 our score after 1, right here on EA Sports. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Cantrell. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hard to believe, but the regular season starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings from Minneapolis. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr caught by Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the pass complete to Ryan Grant. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Raiders.
On 1st down, Carr. He completes it to Wilson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A give going right to Martin. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The tackle by Derwin James. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Raiders.
On 1st down, Richard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. On second down, Richard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on third down, Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2nd down, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Rivers. And that will be incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Eckler.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. But it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Watch 16. He likes to go for the sideline.
Carr now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Carr looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rivers, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Touchdown, Chargers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And the Raiders have got him.
Baby! Good job.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They try to fire up the running game with Martin. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Offense.
They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Following the penalty, Martin. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But definitely.
And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is fielded at the 7. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Still on his feet, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one a first down pickup of 8. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16.
From the 16, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They get that one on the left tackle, Russell Okung. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Martin. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Vontez Burfict make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Tight on the left. Move. We got
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Rivers pass. Intended for number 84. Incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. These two teams have been in the same division, meeting twice a year for decades, and there was some buzz in the press box earlier about the Holy Roller game in 1978. That's when Ken Stabler was about to get sacked, fumbled the ball, it got pushed forward. Dave Casper fell on it in the end zone, and the Raiders would win 21-20, and that was the catalyst for changing the offense's ability to advance a recovered fumble. Little history lesson for all you youngsters out there. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Carr, and incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Carr going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. Again, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Carr gives to Richard. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. From the gun, Carr. He completes it to Nelson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Rivers out quickly here to Allen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The tackle is made by Jonathan Abram. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the bootleg. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Throwing now is Carr. And this one's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the draw, Richard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Open man is Cantrell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. On third down, Rivers. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll run for it. Martin. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. From the 17, Rivers complete. It's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley's kick is good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Heading back out, the Chargers offense, we get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what?
he's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. On the counter, here's Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a boot, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.